Still in my bag, intact, don't slack. Fill in the gap, it's a rap, no cap. Might stay dash, just to chase they cash.
Welcome back to another day in the Elajas era. I'm your host with the most boast, Taylor Elajas. You doing good? I'm doing pretty good, but are you doing good though? I'm doing pretty good. So today, you're watching Filling the Gap, and our topic is how to market your music. Now, there's a bunch of different ways to be able to do this, and you're going to have to strap in and enjoy the ride, because boy, do I have a whole lot of game for free 99. This is a whole game's 48-minute game for free 99. Where are you to find that at? Who knows? But I'm going to give you a whole bunch of game today for the cost of nothing. So we're going to get into it, because what they don't want you to know is you can do it by yourself. You can do it by yourself. You don't have to think you're working to get signed by a label. You can do this right now. All it takes is you. So we're going to get to a whole bunch of things and have a whole bunch of notes set up for you and for me, so we can get through this as smoothly as possible. So, what they don't want to tell you is that you can prosper by yourself, doing this on your own as an independent artist. All it takes is for you to know how to do it. And we're going to get into it, because you don't need a record label to be successful. What you need is leverage. And I want to help you get that leverage, starting with step one. And step one is me talking about why you don't even need a record label, because I want to get into why people feel they can be an independent artist, because a lot of people are doing it now. They're realizing, the more people are talking about it, and a lot of the mainstream artists are talking about it, they're realizing that it may be not all that cracked up as it may seem. You know, like, you have people signing deals, and then a few months later they're like, oh my gosh, get me out of this deal. I'm not a real person anymore. Like, I'm a number. They see me as just another number. And if my number is not as high as someone else's number, then I'm not even really seen as a good number. They have the number ones, and I'm like a 7. Like, you're not even high on the number list, you know? Like, who wants to be a number and you're not even a high number? Like, that's not even enjoyable. So, with signing a record deal, there are certain things that come with it that if you don't know what you're doing, then you will get caught up in it. And a couple of those things include masters and 360 deals. Okay, so a lot of people may not know what a masters is, and I'm going to give you a little summary of it. So this is a little excerpt that I'm going to read you. In many traditional record deals, an artist signs away their master rights, that is, the rights to their recordings, to a record label, either for a set period of time or the length of the copyright. In return, the label provides the artist with an advance that's recoupable against the artist's royalties, and any recordings made by the artist under the contract are owned by the label, possibly forever. So it's your voice, your creativity, you wrote it, or maybe someone else wrote it, but let's say you wrote it in this example, you wrote it, and they own your masters. You don't own that song anymore. It's not yours. It's no longer your song, because you signed on the dotted line that said they can keep your masters, and that is the ownership to the song that you made yourself. And that's why it's like you can see a whole bunch of rappers popping stuff, but that's really probably not their money, because they have to give back the money that they got in the advance. You can get a 10K advance from a record label, but you think they're not making that back? You think they're not getting that money back somehow? Psych, you know what I'm saying? They want that money back. And the first thing you need to understand before entering the music business is that it is a music business. The creation is very important. Do not get me wrong. But in the music business, to prosper, it's about way more than just the creation. It's about the business. And if you're not ready to get into the business and you're not ready to deal in some legal stuff, then you're not ready to be in the music business. Because anybody can make music, but not a lot of people can take the knowledge to be able to be successful in music outside of just making the music. Come on now. All right, so we now know what masters is, ownership of the songs that you make. Now, 360 deals. I actually went through this in a different video, but I'm going to give you a nice little overview once again. This is another little excerpt. A hungry artist, in quotations, would love to be signed to a major record label, but if you have to include the label in on additional income you make, an artist is putting more money in the label's pockets than in their own bank accounts. Now, it's very possible and very true, and it happens a lot. And that's basically where they can have percentages of your touring, your merchandise, your life, your name. They own you. You don't own a lot of the money that you're making. They're taking it in them 360 deals. You really don't want to sign a 360. But if you're not really business inclined, then you can really get into something like that. But I always encourage people to know the business side behind it because it gives you leverage. But there are people like Lady Gaga is in a 360 deal, but without the record label, she may not have been able to get as far as she got right now. Some people need it, some people don't. And that's not really the issue because you may not have a business mind. It's about having the leverage to be able to go into a record label meeting and know everything they're talking about, so you know how to combat it and you know how to give counters. You need to always have a counter. You need a reaction for every action. Remember that. So let's get into how to market your music. Now, first we're going to start with the free stuff because everyone loves free things, right? I love free things too. Don't get me wrong. I'd be the first on that food line for them free samples in the food courts. I'm there. I'm the first one there. I might even go change outfits. I might go buy a shirt, put on this shirt, and pretend I'm a different person just to get another free sample. But let's start with social networking. And yes, I said social networking, not social media. Because social media, everyone thinks that they're a journalist because they have a phone. It's not the case. And I want to take it back to social networking, where we use these platforms as networking opportunities to talk to somebody on the opposite side of the world that can help me right now. And that's what you need to use it for. Don't use it for nonsense. Use it as a way to uplift yourself and make this damn dough. I'm trying to make this cheddar out here. That's what I'm trying to help you do. You want to make money? I'm trying to help you make money. Come on, son. So Facebook. We're taking this from eMarketer.com. 51.5% of the U.S. population is on Facebook, and that is up from 51.4% in 2017. So you may think you're too old for Facebook at this point because a lot of people in the 18 to 24 age group don't really use Facebook like that. It's now becoming more of an older demographic, but at the end of the day, you need to be using it. You need to have your own Facebook page. And that's where you're going to post your music videos, or you're going to connect your Instagram post with your Facebook post, and you can do that through Instagram. You're going to do that so that the things you post on Instagram will also go on Facebook. And with Facebook, you can have boosted posts. That's dope. It's basically sponsoring your post to get it into a niche or get it in other people's faces that may not have seen it prior to it being sponsored. Okay, so what I would only recommend though is sponsoring music videos or sponsoring something you're trying to sell, or maybe a hard snippet of you in the studio, because you really only want to sponsor things you're selling so people can actually want to click on it and watch it, because no one's trying to watch you just like walk down the street saying, oh, the single's about to come out. Like, no one cares, bro. Promote the music video. Okay. And with Facebook, you also need to join a ton of groups. They have YouTube promotion groups. They have groups for independent artists where you guys can support each other. They have groups with playlisters where you can try to get your music in a playlist. you need to go find these things. You need to go find a bunch of groups, because Facebook is one of the originators of this social networking type thing, where you can just join a bunch of groups and you can meet a bunch of different people that can help you. So use it to your advantage. Okay, so with Facebook also comes Instagram, because Facebook owns Instagram, in case you didn't know. So with Instagram, I'm going to give you some numbers too on the amount of people that use Instagram. Another little excerpt for your head top. The app is one of the most popular social networking platforms worldwide. Instagram is a mobile social network that allows users to edit and share photos as well as videos. In 2015, there were approximately more than 76 million active Instagram users in the United States. This figure is projected to surpass 111 million in 2019. I'm going to repeat that for you. 111 million in 2019. So basically, and that came from Statista.com. So basically, if you're not on Instagram, you're stupid. And I don't even want to call you stupid in this video, but you're stupid if you're not on Instagram. I use that for anybody. For food places, for regular people. You can take your business and you can up it by 1,000 just because you have followers. You could be a nurse. You can go to the most high-paid nurse in the country just by having a popular Instagram page. Like, come on, son. Use the things to the best of your ability. Because I know you're not doing it. Instagram also does skew very heavily female. Roughly 56% of female social network users will access Instagram in 2019 compared to 48.6% of male social network users. So there's a large percentage of female, but you also don't want to just gear your content and music to females, because sometimes what females like, male also do like, or vice versa. What males like, females do like, so try to go down the middle. Unless you really just want to cater to the females, then do what you want to do, bro. But with Instagram, there's also sponsored posts. And that is along the same lines as the Facebook boost post, where you really should only be using it if you're selling something, or you're trying to promote your music video, or maybe you in the studio, or it's like a really hard snippet. Don't do it where it's just you and like you got a picture with a celebrity or something and you wanted to post that to get more likes and views. No. Music videos only. Alright, so with Instagram and sponsored posts, there also is the fact where you have to make a business page. You have to make a business page to be able to do sponsored posts. Okay. And people always go through the back and forth where it's like, should I have a business page? Should I not have a business page? But for me, I'm going to allow you to decide that yourself. But with Instagram, when you have a business page, they make it that your stuff does not go in the face of your followers more often, because they want you to pay for the sponsored posts. Whoa, right? It's a business at the end of the day. They're trying to get your money. So they want you to sponsor your post more to get it in front of more people, so that when you're a business page, you don't go in front of your followers as much as if you were just a regular page. But when you're a regular page, your organic reach is very limited, because organic reach in Instagram is becoming less and less nowadays. And organic reach basically is just, like it culminates by itself. People just come to your page, they just stumble upon it, and you get a bunch of followers. Like, stuff like that doesn't really happen anymore. We're kind of deeper into the Instagram phase, and you have to try to break the algorithm nowadays. Okay. And with Instagram also comes influencers. You have to get into the influencers, and this may be free or not free, because it is a business. I'm going to keep repeating that all video. It is a business. And if you're not ready for the business part, then you're not ready to be in the music industry. Sorry. So with influencers, you can pay them to have your song or music video featured in their IG story, or maybe in a video that they do, or what have you. Or they might just do it pro bono. You don't know. Never know until you ask. Because some people will do it for free, some people won't. Some people with platforms that know their numbers and know their insights and know what they bring in, they're not just going to do it for free, because they're just giving you a platform without it helping them. It's a 50-50 market, because at the end of the day, we live in a world where followers matter. Until maybe that Kanye thing happens to where you can't see the followers and likes anymore, which I think will literally break the universe. But until that happens, followers matter. And if someone knows that they bring in a whole bunch of followers, they bring in a whole bunch of numbers, they bring in a whole bunch of impressions, and they reach a large amount of people, they're going to charge you. Some people won't, though, so you have to go out and find them. And next, you should also be trying to find bloggers to write pieces on you or to conduct an interview with you so that your personality can get out there. Because, we saw with 6ix9ine, a lot of people liked him because of his personality, or they hated him because of his personality. And that's not really a bad thing, because when you have people going both sides, it brings more attention to you, because the more negative stuff people say about you, that makes more people want to go check it out so they can create their own opinion. It works like that. So you can find music bloggers to write pieces on you or write about your music or conduct an interview with you just to be able to get more exposure to your brand and your music. All right. Hey, man, this is game for free 99. Free 99. I hope y'all use it. So, other than finding bloggers, you have to find playlist curators. Playlist curators are going to help get your music out there, because a lot of people, and 2019 is going to be the year for playlist curators, in my opinion, because we're seeing how well Spotify playlists do, and I think Apple Music playlists is going to end up taking a step in the right direction too, because Spotify seems to be eating it, but not enough people are using the Apple Music playlist. So, speaking of that though, I'm going to tell you about the platforms that I have to be able to help you gain some exposure in the music world. I have 3 playlists. Right? And first one is called Stovetop Heat. Well, it's just Stovetop, but it's for new hip hop. More of the mainstream goes in there, and there also are some independent artists that are getting a lot of buzz. They have a lot of popularity. Their songs have popularity. That's usually where those more hip hop, jumpy, trap type vibes go in. And we have late night joints, where also mainstream artists, also a mixture of independent artists in there as well. And that's more vibes, and you're just chilling, You're just chilling out. Eating some crackers on the couch, You relaxing. That's that type of vibe. And that's called the late night joints. And number 3, we have Elajas Aesthetics, and that is specifically for breaking new artists. So you can do that. And I use that for smaller artists and artists that have a little buzz, but they're not on the mainstream landscape just yet. So I use those playlists for all those things. And to be able to submit music for those playlists, the link will be in the description below. And I want to remind you though, a lot of artists will be submitting songs for these playlists, so don't get mad if you're not on it. But to secure your spot on a playlist, you can DM me at Taylor Elajas on Instagram, or you can email me at taylorelajas@gmail.com, and both of those will be in the description below. But enough about me. You can find a lot of playlist curators on Instagram as well. You just have to go look for them. All these things are accessible. Just go find it. Now, I forgot to talk about this as well. I have a sports business account called Mixtape Moves. And for that, I do it where artists can also submit music for that and have their songs playing in the background of the highlights that I post. So the form for that to submit your music will also be in the description below. See, these platforms are available. You just got to go find people like me that are doing things like this. But people are also not doing things the way that I do it. So that was a terrible wink. Wait, I got you. That was better. All right, so engagement groups. You also need to find engagement groups to be able to get your exposure up, be able to get your music in the face of people, because you need that. You need your music to get in the face of people, and you can also develop fans. And with engagement groups, you may not know what it is, but just type in hashtag engagement groups on Instagram, and you'll find out what I'm talking about. And it'll help you gain fans, genuine fans, or just collaboration, because you need to collaborate. It's a collaboration game. You have to be able to collaborate. So with Instagram as well, you need to have a personal website, a link tree, or a bit.ly to link in your bio, so that everyone has one place to go to listen to your music, because no one's trying to scour the globe to listen to all your music if they only have one platform. Say somebody only has YouTube Music, but you only have your Spotify link in your bio. No, you need a bit.ly or a link tree to be able to put everything in one place so they can do it. And you think that people don't do this? Travis Scott did this. So you think that it doesn't work? It works. And it makes people have one location to go to get all your stuff because people are lazy. You have to understand that. Or you can have a personal website. Just have your own website, which you really should have anyway, and you can have like a spot on the website to where you have everything and all the streaming platforms that your music is available on. Or you can have one place where all your streaming, all your music that is on streaming platforms, have it in that one spot. All right. So, find artists to collaborate with. Also do that through Instagram and engagement groups, or if you just know artists with larger platforms somehow, you should definitely be using that to the best of your ability. So next, after that, we have YouTube. YouTube, definitely, you should be posting your music videos to YouTube. And when you submit music to TuneCore and CD Baby, they will automatically generate, I think it's called like a YouTube topic, or it's like it's topic and then your name, and then the music will be there. So you need to use music. You need to use YouTube rather to the best of your ability, because you can submit YouTube videos, and we all know what happens sometimes. YouTube videos, they just blow up. Like, they just blow up and out of nowhere sometimes. Like, out of nowhere. The power of sharing is astronomical, honestly. So you should also be joining YouTube Facebook groups so you can get your YouTube links out there and make sure people are seeing them, because a lot of this work is going to be done by you in the beginning. So that if a record label does come up to you and says, yo, I'm willing to do this for you, you can say, oh, I've already done this. So now if you're doing this for me, you have to make sure that I'm still keeping certain things with me because I was able to do this by myself. You know, when you're self-made, it feels great. It feels great to be self-made. So next we have Twitter. You can post your video to Twitter and look for Twitter influencers, because there's honestly a lot of Twitter influencers looking to just promote independent artist music, because it's starting to become more and more a thing that record labels suck. So, you know, it's just like putting the power back in the hands of the individual is definitely the trend that's happening, and it's what's going to be happening moving forward 2019. So also with Twitter, and it may seem spammy, but sometimes it takes a little spam to get your music in the eyes of people. And sometimes spam ain't all that bad, you know? Like, it has a bad stigma on it, but that's how you actually are going to get your music in the face of people. You got to spam them sometimes. It just works like that. So with Twitter, I know you probably see some people just putting their music in the comments of a viral tweet, and it'll just get thousands of views. You might be annoyed by it, but it still worked. It did its purpose. It literally got thousands of views just being on a viral tweet. So, hey, do it. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. And it definitely is worth people. Just do it. Just do it. All right? Because it could work for you. You may get like 6 views on it. You may get people yelling at you, but you also could say, wow, I literally just made sounds. You also could have people saying, wow, this song is quite fire. So just try it out. See how it works for you. Now, Reddit. There's literally a subreddit for everything. Get on those subreddits. Find the subreddits for you and independent artists where they are sharing songs and trying to help people grow, because you're not alone. It may seem like you're alone and everything, because that's just what happens sometimes. You know, you feel like you're alone, but you're not alone. Michael Jackson voice. You are not. Come on. I'm not trying to, you know, I'm not trying to like stunt on y'all my vocal abilities. So I'm gonna keep it in the bag. But SoundCloud, that is still free to distribute your music. Take advantage of it while it lasts, because I feel like SoundCloud, they realize they late to the streaming party. Like, there's been a streaming party happening, and they know that they're late. And they're gonna try to realize ways to monetize the independent artists, because they've just been that platform where it's like, all right, yeah, you guys can just post free music, just do it, yeah. Oh, well, everyone's blowing up just off posting music on our platform. Wow, that's getting crazy. And at the end of the day, it's a business, and they're now realizing streaming is the new wave, so they have to figure out how to monetize it. And I'm not mad at it. It's gonna happen at one point. Just be ready for it, and utilize the free platforms that you have while you can. So, more paid ways of marketing. We have CD Baby and TuneCore, and that literally is just getting your music on streaming platforms so people can listen to it on Apple Music, Spotify, YouTube Music, Google Music, and whatever else is out there for listening to music. Now we have platforms to utilize. Have a couple platforms for you to be able to use to get your music out there. Starting with Wave. There's a website called wave.media, and it is advertised as a groundbreaking live stream platform created to empower artists and inspire fans. There are video playlists, original series, and behind-the-scenes content you can watch, listen, and discover with Wave. They are partnered with organizations such as Mixmag, The Fader, Dirty Bird, and more. So go ahead and check that out. The link will be in the description below. Next, we have OP&R Music. This platform helps develop an electronic press kit, which is basically an musician resume. A lot of you may not know how to use that or know what that is, but it's not like you put, I work at Target when you're going to a record label. They don't care that you work at Target. They want to know what's up with this music. So OP&R Music helps you develop that, and to be able to present yourself professionally so you can find local performing opportunities and performing opportunities in general. It's a free platform, So just sign up and go ahead and see what's up with it. So that's OP&R Music. Go ahead and sign up. The link will also be in the description below. Next, we have DatPiff. Still free to submit your mixtapes, and people might think that DatPiff kind of lost its luster, but hey, there's still mixtapes on there. I saw Dej Loaf drop a mixtape on DatPiff. I wouldn't have known Dej Loaf had music out if I didn't check DatPiff. So people still using DatPiff. Still happening. Spinrilla as well. Spinrilla also has promotion packages, including email blasts, features on popular independent music blogs, social media, shoutouts, and more. So basically, the things that I was telling you could do by yourself, they would just do it for you. So if you're feeling lazy, go ahead and hit up Spinrilla. We also have United Masters. Now this is by invite only, and to request an invite, you have to enter your email below and move on that way. But they are partnered with the NBA, in case you didn't know, and they use independent artists in their commercials and whatever they might need music for. So United Masters is great for that, and they got that partnership relatively quickly because they're doing great things. You might have heard a song on an NBA commercial that you never heard before. That was probably an independent artist. United Masters is doing their thing, so make sure to request an invite to see if you'll be able to move forward. So that was my advice on how to market your music for free 99. That was a whole 48 minutes worth of game for free 99. Like, that was a whole NBA game for free 99. So I'm going to need y'all to take that advice because I want to see you grow. There has to be a next great artist eventually. Why is it not you? Make it be you. Okay, so make sure you guys like, comment if you learned something, comment if you take my advice. I hope you do. And make sure you share this video with an independent artist that knows that they need it, because everyone needs more information. Even Apple's not perfect, and they're a multi-million, billion-dollar company. Everyone can grow. Make sure you share the tips and you use the tips. Okay? I'm Elajas, and I'll catch you on the next episode a fill in the gap.
My people tell me that I'm good for this. The other ones just think I'm hood for this. But really, I've been busy with filling the gap with the feeling of being really the most. So tell me, what is your life?
I can tell you what life's like. Shine bright, set a soul in your